stalking a monster bull. Monster bull. Look at that whitetail.
Well, we just arrived here tonight. It's Sunday, so we traveled on this day specifically because we can't actually hunt in this zone on Sunday. So we've just been out trying to find a few goats, see if we could find anything for morning. We have never hunted antelope before for ourselves, so it's going to be an interesting one. We're going to learn a lot, I'm sure, and we're super excited. Dana and I have waited 11 years to pull these archery antelope draws, and we both have one in our back pocket, and so we are going to be trying to get 2 archery antelope, which I have heard is a ton of fun but also extremely challenging. So with any luck, we have 6 days of hunting to try and get it done, and fingers crossed that we have some luck. I think Dana's going to be first up, and then we'll go from there and see how the week plays out. Should be fun though.
As an Alberta resident, there are a few select hunts that we all apply for, with the understanding that we may only ever get to experience them once or twice in our lifetime. In general, we're extremely fortunate to have such incredible hunting opportunities in Alberta, and one of these particular opportunities happens to be a coveted archery antelope tag. As an avid bow hunter, I have long dreamt of the day when I would be able to scour the prairies of southern Alberta in search of a trophy buck with my bow. And this past fall, it finally came true. In fact, not only did I draw my tag, but Darcy also pulled hers as well, and we were finally headed down to put our wits to the test against the fastest land animal in North America.
Been a crazy couple of days, but we are finally down here in antelope country. Darcy and I both have our very first archery antelope tags for southern Alberta, and as difficult as it was to sneak away from prime elk hunting season, apparently a good friend of mine, Brad Fenton, has told me that if you're going to shoot an antelope with a bow and you want to have the most fun, go between September 18th and the 22nd. So that is when we're here. It's the last week of the season, and these are like the 3 first real goats that we've seen, or 4, and there's one doe out here, and she's getting absolutely run ragged by 3 different bucks. One bigger buck that's pushing the other ones off, bigger body, and then there's a really cool flared out antlered buck. I don't think any of them are monsters in terms of antelope, but I don't know what a big antelope really looks like, so, and I'm mostly just here to try and get run over with a decoy. So we might watch for a little bit and see if there's a window where we can sneak in a couple 100 yards, pop the decoy up, and just watching the way that these bucks have been chasing each other, I feel like there's a pretty decent chance that they might come flying towards us. Whether we get a shot or not is to be determined, but I kind of just want to get in the action. It looks like fun. It's been such a panic the last couple days coming back from elk camp and then throwing everything into the truck and driving down here. Try and spend this morning trying to get organized.
Fatal Impact is proudly sponsored by Wood Wheaton Super Center, Black Widow Innovations, the MD of Bonnyville, Weatherby, Glendale Targets, Deluxe Wall Tents, and Wapiti River Outdoors.
There's looks to be a decent one bedded behind me there. We're actually gonna head up top and have a look. We got halfway up and seen him, so we put the truck in reverse back down the hill. Give him 5-10 minutes now, and I snuck over and he's still there. Gonna get a better look at him, see exactly how big he is. At first glance, he looks good, so I don't know if he's by himself or if he's got does. We're gonna kind of sneak around this next point, and at that point we should be like 100, 150 yards from him, and then hopefully flip the old decoy up and see if he wants to play. We gotta give that decoy a name. Tell what he is. Like, he looks heavy. Can't tell if he has cutters or not. If he goes up over that berm, Darcy, if he disappears in the dip, we're gonna run. I don't know if he's gonna go up the hill or what, but if he dips down, I don't know if there's water there or what, but if he goes in there, we're gonna have to cover ground quick. Okay, yeah, let's go. Let's go this way. Might be able to just pop right up over top. Right, get down. What a crazy stalk. We spotted this buck cruising, wrecking shrub brushes down in the bottom here. And we got as close as we could and we popped the decoy up and he was not interested. We were like 350 yards and we sat and we were patient and watched him feed along the edge of this until he dipped down into this water hole. And we literally grabbed our stuff, got up and ran over there. And we were like 80 yards from the watering hole and I seen him pop out the edge. So I jammed the decoy in the ground and he seen that and turned and come in immediately. By the time we both got set up, I looked up, grabbed my bow and I ranged him. He was 25 yards by the time I even had a chance. And so I'm trying to pull my bow back and get my quivalizer around the leg, lean back to try and shoot him. And I was just about to pull the trigger and he turned and started to leave. So I hit him again a couple times and it stopped him, and I had to guess, which you know how much I hate doing that, and I put my 30 pin on him, and it was definitely a bit high, and I watched him go up and over the hill, and I ran over there, and I seen him kicking. He's down in the shrub brush. And that is day 2, and that is my very first antelope ever, never mind with a bow. It's one of the funnest hunts you'll ever do. And when they come in like that, it is a riot. I know he's in here somewhere. Right up there, it looks like. Yeah, there he is. Look at that. I'm definitely gonna drag him out. The very first antelope, and to do it with a bow is even cooler. I've actually only ever been on one other antelope hunt in my life, and that was with Jeffrey last year when we killed an absolute monster goat. And truthfully, I don't know what I'm looking for at him. I came down here just looking for a nice solid buck, and more than anything, I came down here searching for the thrill of what everybody tells me archery antelope hunting should be, and that's chasing them with a decoy, getting in close, and having them come screaming in. And we've been doing it for a day and a half now, and we have had an absolute blast. And the way it happened, to see him come screaming in to 25 yards after we snuck in tight on him, that's what makes it all so much fun. Made a good shot on him, thankfully, and he was down in 10 seconds. 10, 15 seconds, he was down, he was dead. That's all you can hope for. And I am pumped, because now we have 4 more full days to get on, because we have another tag to fill. Darcy has hers as well. And I'm excited already for what the next 4 days are going to bring.
Fatal Impact is proudly sponsored by Scree Gear, Top-Notch Taxidermy Studio, OnX Hunt, Covert Scouting Cameras, Mad Ramps, Federal Premium Ammunition, and High Mountain Seasonings.
We were only 2 days into our Alberta antelope hunt, and it was already everything that we had hoped for. We were finding goats everywhere, and watching them chase their does around was incredibly exciting. We were slowly figuring out the best way to approach them, and had some of the most action-packed encounters over the rest of the week.
Oh, I flung him. I had no range. I missed again. That happened so fast. He came charging right in here. He was literally probably less than 10 yards away, and I thought I was gonna get a super close shot. I tried to stop him. He did not want anything to do with that. He came and ripped right around us, so I had to twist right around. He stopped there. I had no time to put a rangefinder on him, so I thought he was pretty far, so I put my 40, 45, 50 pin on his body, and I flung the arrow right over him.
This segment of Fatal Impact is brought to you by Tourism Saskatchewan, Experience the beauty of Saskatchewan for yourself.
I thought all the antelope were this way on the other side of the waterhole, but as we were just crossing the fence, we just spotted a buck over here. And I think it might be the last satellite that was coming down the hill. The one that we put a stalk on last. I never got a shot at him, but...
Throughout the week of hunting, we quickly learned that our best chance of getting a reaction from these bucks was to work our way in as close as possible before flipping up the decoy. If we could get inside their house, they would have no choice but to come and chase an intruding buck away. We stalked these antelope like a mule deer, working our way in slowly around the edge of the slough.
He's just to the right of his does there. I can see his horns. I can't see very many of the does, but I know that there's quite a few with him. He just got up, and it looked like he was headed to chase off another buck. I didn't see the other buck, but he just got out of his bed on a dead run up the hill, and now we lost him. But if he comes back and we're close to his does, he's gonna be very mad, so.
As we worked our way into 80 yards, I poked my head up to see him come running back to his does. We weren't ready, but this was our chance, so we flipped the decoy up, and before I even had time to grab the camera again, he was standing there looking at us less than 20 yards away.
I don't have a f***ing arrow in my... Because you told me to take it out earlier. I think I hit him all right. Come on, don't go down, don't, just go down, just go down. Uh-oh. I can see him just on the horizon there. I can see the blood. I can see where I shot. Wow, look at him, hey? He swoops in nice like a heart and has really nice cutters. Both sides, actually. I just can't get over how pretty their hide is, too. Antelope is one thing that we have no experience with. We've never hunted them before because it takes so long to get a tag. And I tell you what, after it's been 5 days of hunting antelope, it's so confusing because they're almost like the easiest but yet the hardest animal to shoot with a bow. It's almost like it's easy to get them to come into the decoy, but to get a shot at them, they're so quick. It is so tough. It's just a mad scramble every time one comes in, and it's really hard. I'll admit that it's really hard, and it really tested me. I mean, I have flung a handful of arrows this week, which has made it a lot of fun. And to finally have one on the ground here is really awesome. His ears all split, look at this. Whew. You could tell every time we'd look at him through the binos or the spotting scope, you could tell he had a nice frame on him. I love the way he swoops in. His one side swoops in a little bit more than the other. And he has a cool little mark here too. Really cool. I like when animals have neat little characteristics like that. He's actually pretty heavy too, hey?
The prairies of southern Alberta will always hold a special place in my heart. We began chasing mule deer down south in 2013 and have been back every year since. We're extremely fortunate to have the opportunities we do as Alberta residents, and we owe a ton of thanks to the landowners who graciously grant us access to their properties. Without them, the opportunity to fill coveted tags like these archery antelope wouldn't exist. And although it will likely be another 15 years before we can experience it again, I can already tell you that there might not be another tag that I'm more excited to draw again in the future.